Yeah, you know what time it is. I'm in the garden right now. I'm Yuccaa. You know what I'm saying? Got the fresh, hair, let it down, whatever, whatever. And I'm getting ready to show y'all how I splice my blueberry tree and made a second blueberry tree. It took me about this is week number three. This is week number three. So I'm gonna show y'all what it looks like when you create these little pods for your blueberry stem, allow it to grow for about 2 weeks, and see if roots actually catch inside of my little root bag. And then I'm gonna go ahead and cut this today and show y'all how to put it into the ground. So let's get to it. Flip this camera around. All right. So as you can see here, I have a blueberry tree. Um, and what I did is I took my razor. I took I took my razor, and I actually took about a leaf or two off, and I cut the skin. I made a circle, a cut all the way around it, not deep, but just made a circle cut all the way around here, and then I also cut around here as well, and made the same circle. Then I split it, and I took this little thin layer of skin off. Then I created these little pods here, which is pretty much, I took a carrot, I cut the inside of a carrot out. I placed it around the tree. I zip tied it, and then I put dirt around that, put a black bag around that, and then I taped it up, and I let it sit for 2, perhaps maybe 3 weeks. Here's one. Here's one of the pod bags that I do, and I'm gonna use this one because I'm gonna cut. I'm gonna try to make a orange tree splice. So let's go ahead and see what happens when I cut this black bag, my little pods, which is filled with dirt. It's dirt, but it's also dirt encased in a black bag, a black tarp that I use over there. I cut the tarp out, wrapped it around the tree, then I taped it and sealed it up. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut it off of my blueberry tree and see if I have roots in there. So let's go ahead and make this possible. Now, if the roots are in here, that means I'm gonna go ahead and chop the tree up. If the roots are in here, I'm gonna go ahead and cut the tree down and put it into a pot here and let it grow. So let's get it. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and slice this bag up a little bit. Kind of moving. Getting it cut here real quick. You know what? Let me get my wish I had my handy dandy helper. This is what I'm gonna do. 1 second. I'm gonna put you on pause. Hey everybody, what's going on, everybody? We are getting ready to do the blueberry tree splicing, and I'll explain again what I did in order to do this. So again, this is the first time I've ever done this. I'm hoping that there's roots in here. If there are, then I'm gonna chop it down right here. I'm gonna cut it here, and I'll plant this whole piece into the ground and have me another blueberry tree. This blueberry tree did really well last year, a lot of blueberries, but I want to keep it going. So this is the easiest way I've heard to keep the blueberries going so that you don't have a down year. But I got to cut this. So let me go ahead and cut this here real quick. Just stand by, you guys. Oh yeah, I forgot I had a bag. I got it super locked up in here. So right now I'm taking the tape off. I know y'all want to see inside of here. Do we have roots, or did it not work? Let's see what happens. What's good? What's good? Do we have root? Also used a little paper, a sandwich bag as well, to hold the dirt, so that way it didn't kind of just slide down the tree. And I actually don't see any roots yet. I'm not all the way through it yet, but I don't see any roots. I'm not feeling good about this. What's going on? Cut down a little bit more. Still don't see any roots. Was this all for nothing? Was this an experiment gone wrong? All right. So we're looking. The black bag is there. Still don't. Again, this is the first time I had to do this, you guys. So, not that I had to do this. I want to do this. I'm trying to see if I can make a tree from a tree that's already intact. Okay, so here we go. I think I got it cut off enough. Here we go. Oh, y'all can't see, huh? Guess I need to focus the camera on what I'm doing. I don't see any roots. And I'm glad I didn't cut it off, because had I cut it off, that would have been one less branch I would have had, because I don't see any roots. You guys see any roots in there? Where the roots at, baby? Where the roots at, baby? I see that. And gotta be careful, because I don't want to destroy anything. Hold on. What? I see that. That's what I cut. Maybe the roots went down and not up. I thought it would have been filled with roots. And okay, so this was a failed project, I guess, if I want to call it. Because look, the carrot is gone. The carrot is gone. The water's still moist. The water still, the soil is still moist, but it did not make roots like I had wanted it to. So this was a failed project. But the carrot is gone. Like, the carrot was in there. I don't see any roots on it. And I just don't see where the tree was like, I'm gonna grow some new roots. It did not grow any new roots. See the zip ties that I use. Here's the zip tie I used. I had this wrapped around the carrot. I had that wrapped around the carrot. Had this right here wrapped around the carrot as well. Had this all wrapped around the carrot, and it did not get roots. So I am not going to cut this branch off. These are my zip ties. This zip tie was wrapped around the carrot. The carrot was engulfed in the soil, and it did not catch roots. So I guess maybe all it did was heal itself and kept moving on. All right. Well, that didn't work out for me. It didn't work out for me at all. At all. Maybe I should do it higher. Maybe it needs to be higher. What's going on, Bob King? I see you, Bob King. Yeah. Okay. Well, there you have it. I'm gonna go ahead and cut that whole little bag off. My bag idea was a failure. And I guess in science, not everything you do works. You have the good idea, but it didn't work. It really didn't work. It didn't do anything. Like, I don't know what it was doing, but it didn't do anything. It didn't root up, it didn't catch, it didn't do it. Unlike my tomatoes, now I'm gonna look at show you my tomatoes. So here's my tomato, right? Here's my tomato plant. And I purposely put the tomato plant before I broke it there. I purposely put the tomato plant underground right here. And as you can see, the tomatoes is trying to grow in with the onions, the green onions that I got going on. But this tomato plant right here has actually tapped in and caught roots right over here. It has roots. But this was the stem that initially brought the tomato to this little pot here. I wasn't going to use it, but I broke it last week just to kind of make it so that way it's not dependent on this one. Now, at this point in time, I can go ahead and probably cut this here off. I can go ahead and cut that off. So now this tomato plant here, is now being moved into my planter here. And as you can see, it's thriving because it's growing flowers that will bloom into tomatoes. I'll have to make sure I put some support here up for that one. But this tomato plant here was in this planter. Um, it's a self-watering planter. You just water the bottom of it, and it keeps the roots and it gets this nutrients that it needs, so it grows really big. Um, so yeah, I pretty much did that for this one. So I have 2 tomato plants over here, hopefully, once they continue to grow and get supported. But it is no longer connected to the main. And that's what I was trying to do over here on my blueberry splicing, which did not work. So maybe I didn't do it right. Maybe I should go up a little bit higher. And if I go up higher, that means that I am going to, put more weight up here with the bag system that I'm doing. So I want to splice it. I guess I could just, do it from the bottom where the roots are, but I was trying to make it root up here. Did not work. Did not work. But we just got us some peppers growing. We got our peppers here. See, you got another little pepper over there on the side. Again, this is one of my self-watering pots. So the peppers are growing a little slow. It's winter time. That's expected. I do see I got like a watermelon or I don't know what I put in here, but whatever this is like a squash or a watermelon, and this actually looks like it might be a watermelon growing up here in the fall. We got some ginger here. We got some ginger right there. Got our garlic sprouts growing. Still got some more green onions, sweet potatoes, blueberries. I just told you about that. Those were grapes right there on the vine. Those are grapes. And then we got our blackberry bush here that's just growing crazily big, and it's getting too big for itself, so it's not able to support itself. It needs like a viney. It needs like a some type of supporting system. I guess I'll have to put something in on that. And then of course we got our here. I moved some white turmeric. White turmeric is the magic root, you guys. That is like the dope in the vegetable game. You got white turmeric, you can sell white turmeric. You can turn white turmeric into medicine, skin salves, anti-inflammatory, antifungal. It does everything that needs to be done. That's that white turmeric. I got some for sale. Check out my Facebook page. You know what I'm saying? And we're gonna keep it rolling. So, all right, that's all I needed to do. That's all I wanted to do. Hope you guys learned something. The grafting didn't work for the blueberries. Blueberry grafting did not work. So I'm kind of bummed about that. I was really hoping to see some roots. There was no roots. There was no roots at all. Dang. Signing out. Signing out.